Hello everyone and welcome back to my art channel. Today we're doing something a little special. I'm gonna take you all on a little tour of my middle school sketchbook. There are some very cringy drawings in here. I don't know why I'm subjecting myself to this, but I just finished a sketchbook and I've been thinking about this old thing, so I thought we'd start from the beginning. This is actually not the first sketchbook I ever had. I had one before this when I was like 6 or something, and I don't know what happened to that. I think it might have gotten recycled many years ago. So, oh well, but we have this one, so let's go do it. Okay, so here is the sketchbook, you know, just regular Strathmore 300 series drawing pad. On our first page, we have, I think I was trying to draw the hand that was on the cover, maybe? No, I was not. I was just trying to draw a hand. I believe I was referencing my own hand, and actually, like, looking at this, yeah, like, that's actually not so bad, especially for 11 or 12, I think. I'm pretty impressed with that. And then I think I was testing some, like, magic color changing marker or something. Like, it was black, and then you put the special magic marker on it, and it turned pink. I don't know how well the pink is showing up on camera, but it's pink. She's a little bit broken, and her hair is a little bit, well, yeah. I tried. And then we also have a little unicorn. Okay, so here's the thing. I wanted to have like a signature element in my style. I must have been 12. This must have been 7th grade. So when I was a kid, I was kind of obsessed with the Nancy Drew computer games by Her Interactive. The game that had just come out was The Haunted Carousel. And part of that storyline was like this guy that carved the carousel horses, he always put a black rose in various states of bloom in all of the horses that he carved. So in all of my drawings, I have a little black rose somewhere in there because, you know, I was dark and edgy and ooh, black rose. Yeah, you can see that's got it too. So yeah, that was a thing, a little signature of my style in the day, and man, that's cringy looking back on that. Okay, we have more horses. I had this How to Draw Horses book, so I drew a lot of horses. The same thing for horses as I was having trouble with people. Really great at the face, not so great at the rest of the body, and keeping that in proportion. Yeah, I'm still kind of proud of how the horses' faces looked out. And again, black rose, black rose. It's a couple kissing. Ooh, scandal. Oh my god. Oh my god, those feet! Those feet, do you see that? Do you see those? Those are ridiculous. Her legs are just, they are broken. Those legs are broken. I can't. I was such a prude when I was a kid. I'm still kind of a prude today. But like, I wanted to draw two people kissing, but I was just too scandalized by the idea of people kissing that I couldn't even like draw the actual kiss. I had to hide it behind the girl, and oh my goodness. This page was my friends and I kind of trying to show how we used to draw when we were younger. This is how I drew when I was like 6. So my very first sketchbook ever that has been lost to the ages, unfortunately. It was filled with drawings like this, just little fairy girls with fork hands. Oh my god. So here is my very first OC. Her name was Rowanzia. She was a half tiger demon and the distant descendant of Rowena Ravenclaw. And yeah, I used to roleplay with my friends a lot with this character and various other characters that are coming up. Yeah, very standard first OC. This is a sketch for, so that's obviously Rowanzia, and oh my god, her hair is ridiculous. I never really noticed until now that her hair is like 6 feet long. That's ridiculous. So that's Rowanzia, or Rowie. I used to call her Rowie, I think, as a, you know. Oh my goodness, those anime eyes. So it's Rowanzia, and my second OC, Joshua, and he was, I think, a bird demon or something. I don't know. He had wings, but they're both centaurs. I don't remember why. I'm actually pretty proud of this horse body though. And yeah, this was a sketch for like a concept for a clay sculpture that we were doing in art class. So I sculpted this for a school project that I turned in for a grade. I think, unfortunately, my sculpture broke in the kiln, so I don't think I ever got to finish it, but I sculpted this for school. 7th grade teachers have so much patience, and I don't know how they do it. Here's another OC. This is Katira, nicknamed Kitty. She's a blatant ripoff of Rini from Sailor Moon, or Chibiusa. She's 6 and she really liked piggies. That was her thing. She was obsessed with pigs because they were pink and her hair was pink, and it was a whole thing. Another OC. This is Rachel. She's my other me, I guess. A version of myself. Also, she had telekinetic powers and is levitating a cookie towards her. Yeah. Another OC. This is Aelida. She's a koala demon. Oh boy, those proportions. I just, oof. And that's her in her koala form. And so her name, my sister and I watched Code Lyoko like every day after school at this point, and there's a character on that show called Aelida. It is not spelled like that. It is not spelled like that at all. I don't remember how it's spelled, but I know that that's not right, and I don't think I knew that at the time, or if I did, I didn't care. Anyway, another OC. I think this is the second boy OC that I made. This is Zane. He is Rowanzia's half-brother. They are like about the same age. They have the same dad. So he's also a half-tiger demon. He has a different mom. Angsty backstories. Really, really cringy to think back on. I think I used a reference for this pose. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure I used a reference for this pose. And for his face. I think his face is blatantly ripped off of somebody's face in Inuyasha. This is Vladimir. He's Rowanzia's son with the character of one of my friends. I don't remember who his dad is, but yeah. I failed to mention that Rowanzia was 17. Or she's supposed to be 17, and she had a baby. But then again, I was 12 writing all of this, so like, you know, ages didn't really sink in. But yeah, like I said, I used to RP or roleplay with these characters with my friends, and so we would have like whole conversation. I I have a few notebooks filled with like conversations between these characters that we all made up. And so the characters would form relationships and sometimes do, and this was the result of one of those things. One of those times. I don't remember much about Vladimir other than he is a quarter tiger demon and a baby. I think that was pretty much it. This is just some doodles. I think I had just finished a test and I didn't know what to draw, so it was just kind of noodling around on the paper. This is Harry Potter fan art. Before we had gotten any sort of confirmation on Lily and Petunia's ages relative to each other, I had sort of a headcanon that they were twins. So this is them at 10 before any of the like Hogwarts stuff happened, and they were like really close and happy, and Petunia was like the outgoing sister and Lily was kind of shyer and more reserved. I decided to draw their faces in 2 different anime styles. I think Lily's face is based off of Sarah's, which was a manga that I had, and Petunia's was Inuyasha, I believe. Like, this is pretty much exactly Fugome's face. All of this information is just like flooding back to me, and I haven't thought about this in years. That's just more doodles. This was me being angsty, I think. I was scared to draw her face or her feet because I didn't want to mess it up. I drew a lot of people like as if, you know, an extreme 3-point perspective, and I didn't mean to. This was me trying to draw my OC Joshua. The hands are, oh, that's sad. That's sad. I didn't finish his face because I was scared to mess it up. More doodles, scribblings. This was a self-portrait. I was actually extremely proud of this when I did it. I spent a lot of time looking in the mirror to get this. You know, looking back, it's still decent. Those are some pretty good anime eyes, if I do say so myself. And the clothing is pretty good too. Obviously, you know, proportions. And I didn't draw her feet, or my feet, because I was scared. I missed this shirt. That was a good shirt. I liked it. This was my friend Alyssa's OC, Ray. That was her other me character. So I drew that for her. Yes, teen angst. I definitely remember being in 8th grade drawing this, thinking like, I am so deep and emotional and yeah. I think that's my OC Rachel again. Just trying to figure out head proportions, I guess. And that is the only thing I drew on this entire sheet of paper. It was just teeny tiny anime head with proportion lines on it. Cool, cool, cool. Another OC. This one's name is Gail. I drew this after star testing. I remember that very specifically. And that's the only thing I know about it. More anime. This one, I think this was the beginnings of probably an Inuyasha fan art that I obviously didn't finish because I didn't want to ruin it. This is my OC Zane and his flaming heart boxers. I remember this was a point of conversation a lot in our RPs. So I had to draw it. I was trying so hard to get proportion. I was like, I always draw feet too small, so I'm gonna draw them really big. And oh honey, no, too far in the wrong direction. Yeah, this I was trying to get into fashion design. So this is an idea for a skirt, more fashion design, and I was trying to draw it like you see those fashion designers drawing. I think we were watching a lot of Project Runway at this point. I used to watch that a lot with my mom. And so I was, you know how fashion designers always draw women like really like wafy and kind of broken looking, and so I was trying to capture that in this pose. Oh lord, those proportions. Here we are, this is from high school, some full page Harry Potter fan art, and I remember working very hard on this, and it's not bad. I think it's aged pretty well. Obviously, I could definitely do a lot better now, but like, yeah. Random anime girl. Yeah, I don't think she was supposed to be anybody in particular. I think I was just drawing. Oh no. Oh, I was trying so hard. Oh, in this we see the departure from the anime style. I think this is the first drawing that I drew since I started drawing anime that I didn't draw in the anime style. And then I ended up taking a picture of it and finishing it on my computer. I didn't have a scanner and I also didn't have a tablet. What I would do a lot was I would, you know, sketch something out on paper in my sketchbook, take a picture of it, try and get like, you know, as flat as possible with the camera, with my digital camera. This was before cell phone cameras. So like I would take my actual like physical digital camera, take a picture as still as possible and transfer it onto my computer and finish it with my mouse and Photoshop elements or something. I was trying to draw some people kissing and I got scared and I stopped. Such a sheltered child. This was actually like a composition thumbnail for this image I was trying to create to accompany like some sort of essay paper thing, journal. I don't remember. It was for English class and I ended up making this in The Sims. These are all like different versions of me, I guess. So I made a whole bunch of different Sims and yeah, anyway, angst. I didn't finish it because I didn't want to ruin it, but that was supposed to be me. I never wore shoes like that in high school. I never wore clothes like this in high school. This is just like how I wanted to dress. My high school crush. Anyway, I just want to add a small content warning for depiction of suicide. So if you're not interested in seeing that, not in a good place to see that, please skip to the timestamp on the screen now. Thank you. Oh, this one is a little bit dark. Brigadoon fan art. Fan art, I guess. I was in Brigadoon in my sophomore year of high school. My character was in love with somebody who ended up leaving the town of Brigadoon, and then like I had to go off and become a different character at one point, and then so this character wasn't in the finale, and so my headcanon was a little bit dark. I'm kind of amazed that I wasn't diagnosed with depression earlier. Anyway, I was trying out personas. This is my persona Kisa. This is another one. And that last one was also another one that I finished on the computer digitally. This is another one finished digitally. Selma DeviantArt, more Harry Potter fan art. This is Remus and Sirius. I think this was supposed to be like the first full moon after Sirius got put into Azkaban. Oh man, what are faces? We just don't know. I feel like at this point I probably should have just gone back to anime, but I pushed through it. Oh yeah, I was trying out a style. I think this was inspired by somebody online. I don't remember. I got as far as drawing the head and that was it. Oh, and I think that was the end of it. Yep. That was my middle school / first couple years of high school sketchbook. Honestly, a little less cringy than I was expecting, but still pretty darn cringy. I guess I didn't really get into like the backstories that make these things cringy. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it was at least a little bit entertaining. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more from me. Hit that notification bell. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And I will see you next time. Bye!